The bell rang, echoing through Ridgeway High's long polished hallways like a warning shot. Students shuffled through the corridor, laughing, whispering, and pretending not to notice the looming shadow near the lockers, the one that owned the place. His name was Blake Turner, 17, captain of the wrestling team, tall, muscular, and dangerous in the kind of way that made teachers look the other way. Everyone knew his rules. Don't look at him too long, don't bump into him, and never ever use his hallway during morning breaks. It was his kingdom, and the rest of the school bowed without question. But that morning, someone broke his rule. The new girl walked in. Her name was Ava Brooks, 16, light brown hair tied in a tight ponytail, wearing a simple grey hoodie, ripped jeans and worn-out sneakers. She moved quietly, but there was something about the way she walked, steady, upright, controlled, that didn't match the nervous energy of most new students. She didn't look lost or scared, she just looked calm. As she opened her locker, Blake's gang noticed. Zane, his loud-mouthed sidekick, elbowed Blake. "Yo, boss, someone's breaking rule number 1. Blake turned his head lazily and saw her. He grinned, his lip curling in that cruel way everyone knew too well. Guess she didn't get the memo. Blake strolled over, his varsity jacket hanging loose, his heavy boots thudding against the floor. The crowd parted, whispers following him like a trail of smoke. Ava glanced up as he stopped right beside her locker. "You lost or something?" he asked, his tone smooth but sharp. Ava closed her locker door slowly. "No," she said, "I'm right where I need to be." The hallway went quiet. No one ever talked to Blake like that. Blake chuckled, glancing back at his friends. "You're funny, I like that. But you're in my hallway, rookie. Around here we've got rules. You don't use these lockers, you don't walk this side, you keep your head down. Got it?" Ava looked at him. "Not." Defiant, just steady. "I didn't see your name on the wall." A few kids gasped. Zane laughed nervously. "Oh, she's got jokes, bro." Blake's grin vanished. He leaned closer, his shadow falling over her face. "You got a mouth, new girl. Let's see if you can back it up after class." Ava didn't flinch, she just nodded. "Sure." The crowd buzzed. No one refused Blake. No one accepted his challenges either. They avoided them. The whole day, whispers followed her through every classroom. She said yes. She's dead. Blake's gonna crush her. Teachers asked her if she was okay. She just nodded and kept her voice calm. But deep inside, something old and familiar stirred, a quiet flame she hadn't lit in months. At lunch, she sat alone under a tree near the sports field. Her phone buzzed. A text from her brother, Eli. "How's the new school? You keeping up with training?" Ava smiled faintly. "Yeah, same old people, different building." She looked at her hands. The same hands that had held gloves, wrapped wrists, and landed punches in late-night MMA drills back in their old gym. But here, no one knew who she was. She didn't want them to. She just wanted peace. But peace wasn't something bullies understood. When the last bell rang, students poured toward the back of the school where fights unofficially happened, near the parking lot behind the gym. Blake was already there, cracking his knuckles, his friends forming a wide ring. The crowd grew, maybe 40 kids, phones out, ready to record. The chant began softly. "Blake! Blake! Blake!" Ava arrived, backpack slung over one shoulder, hoodie zipped. She stepped into the circle, quiet but alert. Her eyes scanned her surroundings. The distance between her and him, the uneven pavement, the slippery gravel near the curb. Old instincts took over automatically. Blake smirked. "So, new girl's not scared. I'll give you points for showing up, but you're about to learn how things work here." Ava dropped her bag. "Guess I'll learn." "Fast then." Zane laughed, stepping forward with his phone. "Yo, this is gonna be viral." Blake moved first. He lunged, quick and aggressive, going straight for her shoulder. But before anyone could blink, Ava sidestepped, her hand grabbing his wrist and twisting, perfectly timed. Blake stumbled forward, confused, as she let go. Gasps rippled through the crowd. "What was that?" Zane yelled. Blake growled. "Beginner's luck." He charged again, swinging hard. Ava ducked, her movement fluid, controlled, then swept her leg low. Blake's feet left the ground. He crashed down on his back, dust flying. The crowd erupted. "Yo, she dropped him!" someone screamed. Ava stepped back, calm as ever. "You done?" she asked. Blake jumped up, red-faced, fury in his eyes. He went wild, swinging, grabbing, trying to pin her, but every move he made she countered. A deflection here, a parry there. When he tried to grab her arm, she pivoted and hooked behind his knee, flipping him again. He hit the ground hard. Now the laughter started, from the same crowd that used to cheer for him. Blake heard it, and it burned deeper than the bruises. He stood, shaky but angry. "You think you're tough?" he hissed. Ava took a deep breath. Her calm voice cut through the noise. "No, I just don't like people who think fear makes them powerful." Something about the way she said it made everyone go silent. Even Blake froze for a second, staring at her, like maybe for the first time he saw her not as a new girl, but as something else entirely. Then his pride snapped. He charged again, swinging his fist straight toward her face. The crowd gasped. Ava slipped to the side, blocked with her forearm, then struck. A clean, controlled hit to